Hello, this is teddygaming and welcome back to another preview video. And this one we're going to be looking at the TMNT and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Volume 2, Issue number 2. And this one is somewhat interesting with the actual preview images. Just because normally when I do these videos, they normally get out or give out about 5 preview images for the comic. And then also they release all the actual covers. And with this one, it was a bit more interesting, shall we say. Just because they released the images, but it wasn't just 5, it was 8, and it's more or less nearly like half the actual comics. So yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on there, but I'm not complaining. But at the same time, what was happening? And not to mention we do have all the other covers, so yeah. Okay, so let's actually take a look at the comic. Okay, so first start off in Dimension X with Rita Repulsa talking to some soldiers, her putties, and then also some other villains such as Rocksteady, Bebop, Baxter Stockman, Golda, and the other character, I'm not too sure about her name. But then going into the next bit, Baxter Stockman is trying to basically convince her that, Baxter Stockman is a good character, he needs to stay around because he has some use. So then going into the next page, we get to see Casey interacting with all the other characters, and Casey saying that basically Baxter more or less lied his way out of it, and he's all like, as a build banter between Golda and Rocksteady, and you know, there's not really too much to really say here, and yeah, and then, so yeah, that's when we get a new look at a new character. I'm not too sure about her look, I don't know who her character is actually, so yeah, then going into the next bit, we get to see Rita Repulsa, and she's got a new look, and it looks pretty interesting, really different from the last series. So, but like, there is a thing that we'll talk about in a few minutes about Rita Repulsa's look, because they're saying that this could be a more nodding towards like the fact that it's something to do with Rita Repulsa's looks in the comics. So I'm not exactly too sure what's really going on here, but I must admit it does look a lot better than the actual show. And yeah, so again, there's not really much to say here. So then going into the next bit, we get to see the Turtles and Power Rangers in the Turtles' lair, interacting a bit more and just talking about things. And yeah, again, there's not really too much to really say here. And you know, they're all talking and stuff like that. And yeah, it's again, like, they do talk about stuff, and yeah. So then going in the next bit, they do talk about Tommy and his past in the show, and must admit, it's a bit weird now, like, everything that's happened with Jason David Frank, I'm pretty sure that's his name, if I said it wrong, sorry. But yeah, it must admit, it just feels a bit weird talking about his past, like his time on the show, with not actually being here. But yeah, and basically he referenced the fact that when he was the first brought on for the show, he was had to fight the Power Rangers because he was evil, and the way that was how to get out of it was like breaking a spell. So Tommy comes up with an idea of basically breaking one of Casey's hockey sticks, as that might have something to do with it. But Donnie and Mikey sort of like uses as a way to joke around, but they talk about it saying that it's a defense mechanism, with Mikey saying that it's a good plan, and with Donnie, I don't think it was really much of a joke, but you know, either way they do that. And yeah, so then going into the next bit, which is a lot more interesting, as Casey's looking at these Zord things. But here's the thing that is really interesting, is the fact that these are actually morphers for Dimension X Power Rangers, and there's a cover for a future issue that does actually reveal the look for these Ranger X Turtles, which just looks amazing. But we've got Krang here, and he's basically saying that these were 4 people, but they never got around to using them, and he's sort of like wondering why Casey Jones just like changed so much all of a sudden, and you know, it's really interesting. I'm really glad to see Krang in this, and I think that's really interesting bringing it in. I do think that having the ability to create Power Rangers and having more Power Rangers in this universe and stuff like that, I must admit, I do think that's a bit weird and a bit forced into it, but either way, it's there, so I can't say much more than that. And yeah, so then he gets Casey to kneel just to prove his allegiance, and that's when Rita Repulsa comes in and talks stuff. And yeah, there was a little bit of mention about Orosaki, like even here, basically saying that even Krang doesn't know where Shredder is. So I am quite curious to know where Shredder is, because even if Krang doesn't know about it, then that sort of like really interesting because Casey was looking for him in the last issue. Why is Krang looking for him now? Like, where did he go? I do think this could potentially be an interesting thing depending what actually happens with Shredder, but at the same time, I don't really have too much faith for it. And yeah, so then going into the next scene, which we got see Splinter and Zordon talking, and this is where it gets a little bit weird, I would say. As you get to see the Turtles interacting with the Power Rangers, such as Raph, Leo, Red Ranger and Pink Ranger training. The other bit, we got Donatello, Green Power Ranger and the Blue Power Ranger working on a Dragonzord, I think it is. Then got Mikey, Yellow Power Ranger and Black Power Ranger trying to eat pizza, and they're just talking. And the thing is with this bit is that they say that basically they don't want these characters to go out in the world and shouldn't have to be fools to take on these dangers, and they wish they could be kids. But with Splinter, is a bit more natural for him, as he's always doing this kind of thing where he doesn't want this sort of life for him, or life for them, but like they just have it really. And it's a really interesting conversation. But with Zordon, he's saying that he just wants the kids to be by themselves or like kids forever, and they don't want them to have all these dangers on them. But considering that considering the fact that in the show that he was the one who brought them to become Power Rangers, I think it was all defeats your. I think it I don't know. It really listens to what he's trying to say really here. But going into Rita Repulsa's thing, this is sort of what I was mentioning a bit earlier with her look. And must admit, these looks for the comics do look really cool, and I can see that sort of inspiration where they're coming for, implementing that into the actual comic itself. So I don't really know if this would affect timeline stuff and all that stuff. But yeah, basically going over the description for this one, it's Casey Jones finds himself at odds with former friends and alliance with Rita Repulsa and General Krang, but his allegiance truly shifted, or is he under some kind of spell, one that the Turtles and Rangers can break. But our heroes have a lot more on their plate. Not only do Zordon and Alpha face certain doom, but an invasion threatens all New York. So, there's not really too much really here to break down. It's just sort of very basic stuff, I would say, in terms of what they do, mention in this issue. I mean, it's interesting stuff, but I feel like it's just going to be more just, I don't really care about the discussion, as you don't really explain much. But, the actual comic itself is going to be really cool. Okay, so yeah, let's actually look at the actual covers themselves. I'm not going to go over all the artists, just because, yikes, that's going to take quite a while, because we have 23 comics or covers. Yikes. But yeah, this is the main cover. We've got to see the Turtles and Casey Jones at the bottom there. Then just got Power Rangers. Not really much to say here. It looks a really nice cover. Can't wait to see that one. We got the Kevin Eastman one, which is just amazing. Done with Freddie Williams. It looks really cool with the Power Rangers and Turtles in the reflection of Shredder. It does make me wonder, maybe this could be like a reference to the fact that Shredder could be in this issue or found by them. I'm not exactly too sure. We've got this one, which is a really cool one. Just the Power Rangers doing some of the Turtles promotional art stuff. It looks really cool, amazing, and it's just so different. You don't really expect to see them like this, and yeah, it's interesting. Next one, this one is quite cool. I do like the art style for this one, with the Turtles in April jumping up to the Tenodrome. It reminds me, or gives me a lot of vibes from the original 80s show in terms of the intro. I think it would have been cool to have Splinter and Casey on there, but either way, this one just looks really cool. We've got this one, which is Donatello and the Black Ranger jumping down. Yeah. We've got Kevin Eastman one, but in black and white. Wow. We've got a connecting cover one, which is, I think that's the Pink Power Ranger, the Black Power Ranger, Donatello fighting ninjas, I want to say. I'm not too sure really. We've got this really cool one, which is the Turtle Rangers with April's Ranger. They're there. I can't really say much more than that. This one looks really cool. A really good representation of those outfits. And then going to the next one, you've got another really cool one. You've got to see the Turtles, the Power Rangers fighting. I don't know if they're fighting. Oh yeah, they are fighting Foot Clan. Would have been cool to actually make it a bit more clearer. Either way, going into the next one, which is just black and white version. We've got this one, which is the Red Ranger saving Wrath from input, like the Shredder bar. I feel like this one's just a throwaway cover, really. Not really too much to really say about that. We've got Donatello holding the Black Ranger mask. Looks really cool there. We've then got this one, which you know what? I'm not even too sure what's really happening in this one. I think it's the Power Rangers in the ninja suit stuff. But at the same time, with these colours, I have no clue what is happening there. But oh, this one looks nice. Ooh, the Green Power Ranger. Oh my god, this one actually looks really nice. Yeah, this one actually looks really cool. I want to get that one actually. That one looks amazing. We've got this one, which is a connecting cover. We've got Black Power Ranger, Pink Power Ranger, and Donatello. You know, it looks cool, I guess. We've got this one, which is I think it's another connecting cover one, I want to say. Yeah. Looks... It's interesting. I don't really know what to say about that one, but it looks cool. Oh, the one without the trade dress thing up there. And then we got this one. Ooh, I do like the art style for this one. Ooh, yeah. The Raphael stuff looks interesting. I can't put into words of what I really think of it, but it works. Yeah, it reminds me of the 2007 Wrath. Yeah, wow, that actually looks quite cool. Okay, let's actually find a cool cover. You know what, let's end on this one. But yeah, I'm really, well, the actual description for this issue itself, you know, there's not really too much to really say there. It sounds like very basic in terms of a crossover or something big that's going to happen without actually saying anything. You know, it's still really cool to see, but I do think that what actually gets shown in the actual issue itself, there's a lot of stuff which I'm looking forward to, such as the Ranger X Turtles now. Really looking forward to see what they could do with that. But what they did show in the preview images, they haven't really set up much for this issue. And I would say that at the moment, it does feel as though this could just be a setup issue to go into the next, few issues, which will be like the big ones and all that. But yeah, other than that, it's interesting. I think, yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm really looking forward to it, but at the same time, I'm not too sure what to expect. I think that's like what I'm trying to get at is that this is all really cool, but what am I expecting and what will be happening next? I think that's just where I'm really coming from all this. Looking forward to it, but yeah. Oh god, I'm just gonna keep repeating myself. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think about all this. Are you looking forward to this issue? Are you not? What do you think about the covers? There's quite a handful of covers here, and they all do seem really interesting. I'm really looking forward to see the future issues in terms of their variant covers. Just because, I mean, just from this issue and the last issue, we've seen some very creative covers and very creative people come out and do some very creative things. And I'm really looking forward to see what other ones they do next. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you do listen, please share, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.